And welcome back, everyone, to the Valley News Live and Valley News Now desk. Duke Schindler here joining you as we run through a bit of road conditions, as we'll also keep an eye on Lisa here. She's got an extended look at our forecast, but I want to jump into a little bit of what's going on here in Fargo before Lisa hops on, if I got some time here. I'll pull it up, and yep, this is what we are looking like right now, Fargo. 10 degrees, apparently. That's just with the temperature as is right now, and obviously with that wind that we've seen this morning, well, we know it doesn't feel like that, that's for sure. Feels like -10 apparently right now, and winds coming at 24 miles an hour. Lisa's going to give us that extended look. I believe our last one, she said, we're going to see between 35 and 45 mile an hour gusts. Ridiculous. We're going to see a lot of that over the next coming days, as well as we have a first alert weather day today, Saturday, and Sunday in the midst of quite the blowing snow / windstorm we're experiencing here in the area. We'll take a look at what to expect here through the morning. It's going to get colder. It's going to get colder. We're going to experience hovering around 9 degrees, maybe a little less than that, and maybe some precipitation. We saw the brunt of it come about 2 a.m. We're going to take a look at the radar here when that really moved through the area, but basically it's just going to be really, really windy. That's the reason for this first alert weather day for today, Saturday, Sunday. It's not really the precipitation or snow we're about to get. It's more so the snow plus those blowing winds. So it's going to be a lot of that as we keep things moving here. Oh, looks like Lisa's just about to join here, so let's move it on over. She's going to get you an extended look at your forecast.
Good morning. We are looking outside. It took me a moment there. I thought we had a gray background behind me, but this is actually our view right now at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo. Not much of a view. It's whiteout conditions in a lot of places this morning, and we'll continue to see that possibility carry on as the wind and the snow continue for us. So this is in the FM Metro. We can see some of the trees on the ground there, but it is very limited visibility. Looking at some of our roads, the Lancaster area in Minnesota, Highway 59, you can see that we've got snowy and compacted ice and snow on the roads, and in the distance outside of this kind of tree protected area, there's low visibility down the road. And on one of our DOT cams, this is in the Rothsay area in Minnesota along I-94, the plow showing the snow drifting across the road, the lower visibility in the distance, and this is the view from above on the camera in the Rothsay area as well. We've been watching this one for a while now. The alert message about a crash down the road, that's gone away, so hopefully that means that's been cleaned up, but be careful. You can always check road conditions right on valleynewslive.com and the VNN weather app. And visibility is low. We've got more places now reporting visibility at 0. Wahpeton now down to 0. Gwinner, a new report down to 0, and Rolla at 0. So again, areas where we have whiteout conditions, other places where it improves a little bit, and then we're right back down again as that wind picks up and more snow moves overhead. So a reminder on our alerts, we've got that wind advisory in the James River Valley until 6 o'clock tonight. That includes gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And for everybody in the valley, under a winter weather advisory for that blowing snow factor until 6 o'clock. Tracking those scattered snow showers still moving through the valley. This is going to be a factor for us throughout the day, and the wind carries on through the nighttime hours tonight. We'll continue to keep you updated throughout the morning on the latest weather conditions. You can check for them here on Valley News Now on our digital channels and on the VNN weather app.
And we'll bring things back to the desk here as we're going to take a little bit of an inside look, a deeper look at what we're seeing here as far as weather goes, radar, road conditions. So if you have any area you want me to check out, please let me know. Kind of describe where you're looking in the comments, and I'll try to find that area. Maybe pull up some sky cams, maybe pull up some plow cams and see and let you know what roads are looking like around where you guys are here. Now, I do see a comment here from Amara. Kids are supposed to be 2 hours late. Do you think school will be canceled? That's going to be a tough one, but I can pull up the school closings we have here in just a bit. Yeah, And we'll pull up the radar that we have here. This is what things were looking like around 3 a.m. Fargo was certainly in the in the middle of this storm here. We'll kind of scroll through. This is what we are experiencing for those night shift workers. I hope you made it there safe and to work safe. Get home safe as well as your shift wraps up. But for people who are heading to work or just went to work, we'll be taking a further look at that as well. Things just sticking around in Fargo as we move throughout the morning and kind of get right up to where we are right now. This storm is just really sticking around. All the way up to 8:55, it just has been sitting in Fargo for the last few hours here. As we move to the future and what we're going to expect for the rest of the day, man, just look at this. I don't know if this is a clipper system or what you describe it as. That's for a meteorologist, but man, that just almost extends from the top of North Dakota all the way down to South Dakota. That's just crazy to see. As we look towards that future, like I was mentioning, moving along, it should be clearing out of the area at around 10:30, but it'll still be impacting areas near Detroit, Lakes, Fergus Falls, and moving into Minnesota here. Getting closer to the end of the day, see a little bit more snow precipitation form around the area, so it's going to be scattered here. Okay, Grand Forks to Fargo. We'll take a look at that in just a second here, Rena. Perfect. We'll keep things moving here, skip the sky cams and head to our school closings. If you have a school that you want me to look up, I can search by organization right here as well. Give me a holler and I'll take a peek here, but I'll just do a quick scroll through as we're seeing tons of virtual learning days, closings, and 2-hour delays. Central Valley opting for the late Friday 1-hour delay here at this time. Crookston closed Friday. Detroit Lakes also closed Friday. No evening activities. Yep, it's just going to be a lot of that here today. One of those days for sure, especially for drivers on the road. Norman, Mayport, yeah, there's just going to be a lot of this we're going to see all around the area, and I believe it feels like there's even more updates to these school closings than the just 10 minutes ago, it feels like. All right. We'll take a look at some road cams now. Starting off with North Dakota because we do have a request for I-29 Grand Forks to Fargo. All right. And then we'll go through a little bit of this key here. I'll scoot this over. This kind of purple candy cane striped pattern you see here, that's going to be scattered snow drifts, and that's going to be probably a lot of what we see here today with this blowing snow. That's the reason for the first alert weather days we have these next coming days. So, road cams. We'll start in Grand Forks and then move down to Fargo here for you, Rena. And this is going to be, yep, getting on to I-29. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. This picture was taken 8:47, it looks like. Definitely better when we checked in about 15 minutes ago, I'll tell you that much. But always make sure you're looking out for that black ice. It can be probably a little more susceptible with this blowing snow, getting snow back onto the roads, tires running over them, making some ice. I'm not a scientist, but it does make sense in my head. Getting closer to, just a little bit closer to Fargo. Pictures taken at 8:51, nearing 8:52. Yeah, oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I can't believe I just got excited over a clear road here. Getting closer to Fargo as we near Hillsboro on I-29. This is, we're going to see little bits of blustering winds blowing some snow onto the roads here. A little less clear visibility-wise as well. 8:55 is when this picture was taken as well. Yep. Always be extra careful on those bridges as well. They tend to be a little more slick than your regular highway. Now, as we move closer to Fargo North, near the 40th Avenue North exit, this is where we're seeing a little more of an impact than Grand Forks. Blowing snow, low visibility. I don't know why I keep doing that. Very low visibility here at this time, as if you caught what Lisa was saying, it's not great really anywhere here in the area. Not much more than 2 miles visibility, really. Not bad. And then we're approaching Fargo here. This is on the, oh boy. This is on the 12th Avenue North exit. Picture snapped just about 4 minutes ago, actually. It's funny how fast they get to update these. Now, as you're coming off the exit, obviously traffic's going to be moving a little bit slower here, so that snow ice is going to be sticking around. Oof, yeah, those on and off ramps are a little slick. Snow-covered roads, scattered ice, that's what we're going to be seeing here pretty much throughout the day. We'll get right near that kind of 29 to 94. Ooh, boy. Fargo, yeah, this is right off of Main Avenue West. You see our snowplows doing a great job out there trying to make sure everyone gets to and from their destination very safely, but weather also waits for no one at the very same exact time. And yeah, things can get brutal out there very, very quick. Getting a little closer to South Fargo here near the 13th Avenue exit. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to be a lot of poor visibility, and when you get to those slower traffic areas, you might see a little bit more of this than when you get on your 29s or 94s. But the kind of caveat to that is the wind's going to be blowing around your vehicle, so it's kind of pick and choose your battle here if you are planning to drive anytime today. Travel's not advised for many parts of the area, but people got to get places, so just make sure you're extra safe out there. Fargo, 25th Street, nearing, this is I-94, near I-94 as well. This is a look off of the highway. Blowing snow, and yeah, once you get to those stoplights, it's starting to build up a little bit. That was heading kind of towards Moorhead and the border. As we get a little bit of South Fargo, I will choose a different picture. That was from 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago. There we go. This one snapped at 8:57 coming off the 52nd Avenue exit here. Now, those stoplights may be a little tricky today, guys, so give yourself some extra distance between the cars in front of you, behind you. Make sure everyone's safe. No one wants to exchange insurance when winds are this brutal. All right, let's go West Fargo. Let's go east to west of Fargo here. This is getting near the border of Minnesota, 25th Street exits. We did look at that already. All right. West Fargo. Oh, my heavens. 8:58 is when this picture was snapped. So it kind of looks like as you get out of Fargo and get west of the city here, it deteriorates greatly, actually, as far as these pictures show. Snow is blowing a lot more violently. That's going to be, I do want to check. Okay, so this is 94 near Cheyenne Street. So if you're near that area as well, I think, well, you may not be able to see, but you know what's going on out there. Yep, more west, just a little further west near Main Avenue. Visibility is very poor, guys. Visibility is very poor. So if you're coming west to east here in Fargo, or even heading out west, be very much prepared. These kind of striped purple, as you can see right here, those are going to be our scattered snowdrift road areas. Ooh, nope, not too bad. Both lanes pretty visible, but and visibility is far better. Seems to be a very scattered storm. This striped yellow is going to be scattered ice. That's going to be the key here, and black ice is very hard to spot here as well. I got myself into a mess a few years ago. Thankfully, nothing was hit or anything like that. We both, or I came out okay and didn't end up hitting anyone, which is great. But that black ice is very, very, very scary. And once you start sliding, hold on for dear life. And we got a little bit west here. Let's head into Jamestown. Still very much in the viewing area. I believe when I was on here last about 20 minutes ago, Jamestown had pretty tough conditions, but things seem to be clearing up. This is the one I was looking at. Okay, so this is snapped at 9:03, so just about over 6 minutes ago. And that's going to be on I-94 as well. Whew. Yeah, scattered ice. That's pretty much the definition of what we're looking at here. But visibility is far better, so hopefully the plows can get near Jamestown, throw some salt, throw some sand down there, and kind of clear up this area, because it is brutal, looking tough. Let's get to Devil's Lake, that area. There was a little bit of, I believe, if I remember correctly, there was some striped yellow that has now turned to striped purple. U.S. Highway 2 near Lakota. This is going to be really out there, but not too bad, not too bad. Approaching Devil's Lake. Oh my. Yeah, you can tell from the flags that the wind is very prevalent there, and visibility, not great. If you're in the Devil's Lake area near US 2, not going to be a fun drive if you have to make it. Otherwise, I'm sure the advisory out there is to try to not get on those roads near Devil's Lake, at least at this point in time. This was 8:48, so about 15 minutes prior to the last picture we saw. Let's see if we can get something a little closer to this timestamp of 9:03. 8:43 here on US 2. Very scattered, it seems like, at this time. We got one from Carrie here. Lipson and Fort Ransom. Okay. Let's see what we can find for Libson. Okay. We'll keep things moving here. Get back down south. We got a request here, so. Taking a look at Libson. Right now, that is going to be looking like some scattered snowdrifts, snow-covered areas. Let me see. Yeah. Can't pull up any snowplow cams here. Closest cam we got is a little bit west. This is going to be near Verona, I believe. North Dakota 13. Snow covered. That's what the key says, and that's what we're kind of looking at here. There's snow covered roads. Make sure you're watching out for the wind as well. And that ice could be playing a factor here. Next closest road cam. Taking a look at Foreman. Visibility's not great, and kind of like we saw near Verona, but not as snow-covered as Verona. That's kind of what Libson's looking like here at this time, or at least as close as we can get here with the cameras on the NDDOT at this time. Let's see if we have anything else. No problem, Carrie. No problem. Glad to help. Glad to help. If you have any places you want me to check out, feel free. I'm just kind of hanging around and wait until I get bored. Let's check out Wahpeton, too. That was a very interesting area, our last live appearance. Is that, looks like one lane may be cleared, and if you're trying to hit that left lane near 29 in Wahpeton, then be careful. Be careful in a nutshell. And going to Morton. This one was snapped just before 8:52. That's about 20 minutes ago. Oh boy. Yeah. On North Dakota 13. Near 29, getting to that on-ramp. A lot of blowing snow and low visibility around that part of town. Which is also the third closest road cam to Libson as well. All right, looks like we checked out enough of North Dakota here at this time. Let's see what we got from Minnesota. There was a couple brief road closures, but seemingly things have reopened. Take a look at our key here. Travel not advised. That's going to be our purple roads right here where travel is not advised. Pink is going to be completely covered roads. And green is going to be our relatively normal or seasonal roads. Kind of funny how you can quickly go from that green to purple here. All right, let's start near Fargo and heading into Moorhead. Oh my heavens. We got a video? See if we can get a video to play for us here. So if you're on US 10 near 14th Street, this is what it's going to be looking like if you're getting off of US 10 onto 14th Street. Good heavens, man. Visibility low, visibility very, very low. And our first weather hits are actually this latest one, I believe. Lisa said 0.2 miles of visibility in Fergus, so we'll take a peek at that area as well. This is going to be US 10 once again near 34th Street, getting close to Dilworth. Oof. Visibility is just going to be low throughout the day here. From a plow cam's perspective, 9:04 this was snapped and uploaded. Low visibility. Low visibility. And that's just on the partially covered roads. All right. Let's check out US 75. Going up to, let's see what Crookston has in store. That was definitely an interesting area last time we hopped on here. Taking a plow cam. This is from 9:02. I hope this plow is very safe and driving very safe. Those are some, that's very low visibility. If you're heading out on US 2 near Crookston, same as before. If you don't have to travel, it is very much not advised. We'll get a little closer to Grand Forks here, hop into Mallory, where they're reporting high wind and fog in the area. High wind, fog, and blowing snow. I can't imagine that is a good combo. Sheesh. Sticking to US 2, this was snapped at 9:09, so just over about 7 minutes ago. I'm sure that wind is going to have an effect on your car too, if it's not the heaviest vehicle that you have. Nothing worse than driving through a storm and getting blown around by some wind at the same time. You never know when you hit that patch of black ice and just start skidding. So if you're planning to go out and about, heading to work, planning to go out to work, well, make sure you leave a little extra earlier. That's only going to help in the end. And that's going to be a lot of what we see, I believe, here in Minnesota. Snapped at 9:09. This is just all kind of near that Grand Forks area. Getting up to Grand Forks, let's take a peek. Lot of wind. So we checked out near Grand Forks, Crookston. Let's go a little bit south on US 75 near Abercrombie. Ooh. Someone's got a white balance, but blowing snow is going to be the story here these next few days. Getting close to Barnesville on 94. A lot of this. Blowing snow, low visibility is going to be the name of the game here today. Fergus. This is where Lisa mentioned that there was very low visibility. Might have changed here as this storm kind of moves its way through the area, but this is on 210 here in Minnesota. Not too bad for a non-highway. Can't complain. And then as we kind of hop back onto 94 near Fergus, that we checked that snowplow cam last time around. Still not in the right position. Very low visibility, I-94, looking west. And that's near Fergus, like I mentioned, near Fergus. Closer to Parkdale. Still on I-94, goodness. 907, this one was snapped. Maybe not too bad here, just as of a few minutes ago. It's just always smart to leave it a little extra earlier. I think that's going to wrap things up here, though, guys. If you got one more thing for me to look at, I will take a look at it here on the road maps. So drop a comment here on Facebook if you want me to check out any places, anywhere you're going, heading, coming back from. This is, where did I click here? Near Dakota Junction and Thief River Falls. Snapped at 9:09, so just under 10 minutes ago. Or just over 10 minutes ago, excuse me. If you're on, that US 59, snow covered. I wouldn't say that's partially covered. I believe that's the majority of what we want to kind of look at here. North Dakota, thank you very much, Beth. Yeah, for those who've just joined, we're taking a look at some road maps here and road conditions. Beth, is there anywhere specific in North Dakota you want me to take a look at? We did go through most of it here, but always willing to pull up another road cam. Just fun to look at, as long as no one's getting hurt, obviously. But this is going to be just east of Valley City, kind of going into getting closer to Fargo. As we get closer to West Fargo, this is what things are looking like. We did see some snow-covered left lanes at times, but besides that, that's few and far between. So West Fargo heading into Fargo. 903, this picture was snapped, and this is just coming off that 343 exit near Main Avenue, heading on to 10. More of the same. 914. This one is just about the most updated we got here. 914, just before 915. This is I-94 heading to Cheyenne Street, Main Avenue. Visibility very, very, very low. So I don't know if that's kind of like making its way into the Fargo area or where it's going to kind of go from here. As we looked at the radar, this system is just kind of sitting on top of Fargo right now. So should clear out, if I remember correctly, should clear out by about 10:30, but then scattered snow showers, scattered wind. I mean, it's going to be all over the board here as we move throughout the day. Let's see if we can get some updated road cams here closer to Fargo. That one looks like 8:40. That one's still from earlier this morning. This is south of Fargo at 9:06, coming near 64th Avenue exit. No problem, Beth. Always happy to help. Yeah, these are a better look at what we're, more updated look, I should say, near Fargo. That was at 9:06. 9:02. Just be wary that visibility is probably going to be low. If you have good visibility, you drove at the right time. That is for sure. All right, I think that'll do enough for road maps. We definitely hammered that down enough. We're going to go back to the school closings real quick just to kind of do a scroll down in case anyone else is watching. I suppose school would have started at this point. I lost track of time. It's 9:30, but we'll give it a quick scroll just in case anyone is curious. Virtual learning day is really becoming a thing now. I got to school at the right time. All right. Now we're going to go take a look at the radar one more time, do a little bit of hourly weather for you. As far as my brain can take you here. 9 degrees right now, feels like -12, 25 mile-an-hour winds. Lisa mentioned that we're going to be experiencing 35 to 45 mile an hour gusts, so definitely take that into consideration if you so happen to be heading out on those roads. It's going to fluctuate in weather, but ultimately get colder as we move into Saturday, which is also a first alert weather day because of cold temperatures, wind chills, blowing winds. I mean, we're going to see a lot here this upcoming weekend. It feels like we've gotten something every weekend for the last month almost. Few good days, few good weekends scattered here and there. As far as the hourly goes for this evening, heading into tomorrow, not expecting much precipitation. Scattered, but as we scroll up to Lisa here, most of this first alert weather day is going to be because of whiteout conditions, gusts, everything that a driver does not want to see when they head out on the roads. And it's going to get colder as we move into Saturday morning. Waking up, -5, scary winds. And then, yeah, it's just going to be a cold one out there this weekend. Taking a look at the radar now. Man, what an impressive storm we got. This is going to be about 3:40 this morning. As you can see, Fargo, Grand Forks just completely covered in that blue and snow mix, blowing winds. As you can see, this storm just kind of sits on top of Fargo as well. We're moving into 5, 6. It's just still sticking around 7. Breaks off a little bit, but then kind of ramps back up again here just before I hopped on the desk. And that's kind of where we are right now. Hopefully things are starting to break up, and I mentioned about 10:30 is when at least the radar shows a little bit of clear of precipitation here. But as we know, as Midwesterners, the radar can say one thing and there still can be snowflakes falling here. And just about 10:30 it moves out of Fargo. Going a little slower this time around, but it's going to move near Minnesota, west into Minnesota. And like I said, 0% precipitation here coming up for Saturday. But right there, you never know. You never know, so plan accordingly. It's going to be cold, it's going to be windy, and potential for some snow. That's going to be a look at that. The 3-day, we'll do the 3-day here. Those are going to be our first alert weather days. High of 9, -5 for a low, 25 mile an hour winds. Saturday is just going to be hovering around 0, which is actually our actual average temperature for January. That's what Summer mentioned to me, but I mean, when you get into the thick of things, or when we had some of this really good weather that we've had over the last few weeks, it's like, man, don't want to see that right now. But Sunday gets a little warmer, at least 14 degrees, but that wind is still going to be a huge factor, so make sure you are safe out there if you are taking any drives. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. We'll check a live sky cam or two just for the heck of it. Why not, right? Yeah, that's what that's what we're going to be experiencing if you plan on heading out to any roads or planning on driving here today. Blowing winds, that sky cam's just flapping around right now. That's going to be at the fairgrounds in West Fargo. Let's see if our Corwin is up and running. Hasn't been kind to me over the last few road condition days. But Dakota Magic always got my back. Whew. Very, very high wind gusts. As you can see, someone's going very slow on those roads as well, even with a truck. But no matter how good your tires are, ice does not care. And we'll go north for our neighbors here in Grand Forks. Looks like things are clearing up a little bit there. Very good visibility compared to that. Hey, you just saw the Dakota Magic cam, and this is in Grand Forks. Like I said, even though it's an hour away, it feels like Fargo gets the big part of the storm, or Grand Forks, and the other is just kind of sitting there like, yeah, we're chilling now. All right. Let's see what our partner, oh my goodness. Bismarck's friends out in Bismarck are still experiencing some serious winds here. As you can see the camera violently blowing around. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us here, and I'm glad I could address some of these questions and places that you guys wanted to see. I love doing that, especially on these days where things are very, very dangerous out there. So thank you very much for joining Duke Schindler, myself, on this Valley News Now stream, road conditions stream. We'll be doing this throughout the day because it's a very serious day for winds and blowing snow. So keep in touch, have that VNN weather app, news app, so you can make sure that you can catch these road conditions whenever you so please. Should be doing these about every hour and a half, something like that throughout the day, just to keep you guys updated on what we have going on in the area and make sure you all get home safe. But for Duke Schindler here on the desk, we'll make sure to catch you later.